is KION News Channel 546 at 11.
Good evening. Our top stories tonight. After fires devastated areas of Santa Cruz County last year, one organization has set out with a mission of protecting and restoring redwoods, including those that burned in the CZU Lightning Complex. Thanks for being here for KION News at 11. I'm Veronica Macias. The fire overtook more than 63,000 acres in the 37 days that it burned, destroying more than 1,400 structures and causing the death of Santa Cruz County resident Thad Jones when that fire overtook the Last Chance neighborhood. More than 70,000 people were forced to evacuate from their homes in Santa Cruz and San Mateo counties. KION's Stephanie Aceves live for us tonight tells us how there's good news here when it comes to signs of life in the ground. Stephanie.
Veronica, I'm standing outside of Big Basin, one of the very many areas affected by the CZU fires last year. However, I did speak with one individual from the Save the Redwoods League who says that trees are making a comeback despite the devastating fires. What started off as a dry lightning storm in the early morning hours of August 16, 2020. Would result in lightning that would ignite the fiery destruction of the CZU Lightning Complex fires and go on to devastate the Santa Cruz Mountains. Now, after a year of recovery, one nonprofit organization, Save the Redwoods League, is dedicated to learning from what they call mistakes that led to the fire's devastation.
What we saw was really high-intensity fire come through, completely burn the trees head to toe, torch the trees so that all the needles were burned off and the trees were black from head to toe, and burned all the surrounding communities and really devastated the landscape.
Castaño helps heal the earth in the San Vicente Redwoods and Cascades Creek area of the Santa Cruz Mountains near Big Basin. Redwoods, he says, are a resilient species of trees that can live up to 2,000 years and regrow despite being charred. And thankfully, the league has witnessed significant regrowth since the fires.
It's really remarkable to see that the trees still continue to recover in the way that they always have. They're putting on new growth. Redwoods are coming back and still alive. Well, they're iconic. Everybody loves redwoods, I would say. I don't know too many people that haven't expressed that, but they're a natural part of California's forests. So many wildlife and other trees and vegetation depend on redwoods.
The group is trying to prevent another disaster like this from happening again in the mountains. Their solution to prevention is prescribed intentional burns and restoration thinning. Castaño says fire suppression in places like the Santa Cruz Mountains had led to years of dry litter buildup, which means more fuel for wildfires.
We conducted a prescribed burn along a major roadway adjacent to the property. It'll help protect areas, create these buffers for future wildfires so that it can help reduce the intensity and then protect adjacent communities and people's lives.
The Central Coast Prescribed Burn Association is a relatively new association that was formed in September around the time of the CZU fires. To them, prescribed burns are described as good fire needed to get rid of excess dry vegetation.
We have 200 years plus of dead accumulated sticks and leaves and duff that really only fire can address.
The association is planning a potential prescribed burn in the San Vicente Redwoods. In Boulder Creek, Stephanie Aceves, KION News Channel 546.